Let's talk about more on the court or on the field. What were some of the memorable games or even memorable things that you like hold true to or hold dear to your heart, right? Even to this day that it's like no matter what, you'll never forget this. Tell your kids, right? Tell your grandkids, maybe. You know, some of these when you were in your heyday, right? Yeah. What were some of those memories for you? Whoever wants to share.
Yeah, for me it was my first game. I'm not gonna forget that.
Okay.
Me neither.
That was my first game ever. Like this girl that dreamed of playing at UH finally got to walk out that tunnel to the entrance song and do the run around the court. And like hearing my name get called, I was like, hi. It was like so nerve wracking, but as soon as I got on the court, like I don't know, this tunnel vision just came on and it was so much fun. Like the energy just it was like memorable. I can't even explain it. And I think I scored this guy with that game, so that was good.
Yeah, I think that was when we didn't even start talking.
So we met at the drug test, but we weren't really talking.
We were still trying to figure it out.
So after that first game,
that's what solidified it.
But you know, okay, if you don't mind me sharing, what was funny was, like, I was telling my family about Chanteal already. I was like, yeah, you know, I met this girl. She's super cool. And then that first game that Chanteal's talking about, I remember it was against San Diego. You had 17 kills, 21. No, but then I remember I was sitting in the stands just admiring the way she was playing because she was doing so good. And then my sisters were texting me on the side like, hey, your girlfriend's doing good. I was like, I texted them like, thank you for calling her my girlfriend. They're speaking life into it already. They threw it out there. And I remember that game.
That was, and then after the game, like getting to see my parents on the bottom, like that was by far my favorite memory,
And what's even cool is that you got to see her first game in the San Sheriff, so and it's a memory that you both can share and relate to, and even though you have different, perspectives, you weren't really talking too much yet. It's still something that connected you two, right? Yeah.
Should we share the story about after that or no?
It's up to you guys.
So after this game, we had like this bash concert, like the welcome back to school. I don't know if you remember that. So I went with a whole bunch of my teammates, and on my mind was Chanteal. Like, man, she played so well. I really got to talk to this girl. So we went to this concert, and she wasn't there. So all my friends was having a good time, dancing and whatnot. And they was like, "What are you doing? Why are you not having a good time?" I was like, I'm not trying to have a good time, and Chanteal's not even here, and she's gonna see me having a good time. So I was like, I'm ready to go when you guys are. So we all walk out. And then here comes Chanteal with
Courtney.
It was her and Courtney, that's right. So they walked towards us. I was like, oh, right on, she just got here. And then
we get to him, he's like, no, it's not fun in
there. I don't think you guys want to go. Let's just go hang out. And then we ended up just walking back, and that's kind of how it started.
The rest is history.
Got it.
The rest is history.
So all of that first game.
There's so much connected to that.
That night was huge.
Yeah, that was a huge night.
That was kind of like the night that we started talking and stuff.
Well, that's so good, nice to hear, and good for you to share too. And let's transition over to so that memory. It's something that you'll always remember too, right? Because it's very significant. Now, thinking about when you started playing football, right? Because you mentioned your first game too, or any other memories that you want to share. But what was that experience like for you?
It was huge, man. There's just no words to describe playing in Aloha Stadium. Like I wasn't like such a huge dreamer, but just to be able to play in front of my parents, my family. It was awesome. It was an amazing experience, and just being able to run out that tunnel, like Chanteal said, different tunnel, but to run out and just that mentality that you're going to war with your brothers, and it was awesome, man. So happy.
Do you remember some of the things that happened that first game, or who were you even playing?
So my first game, like I was a backup. I was second string, and then I remember when I first got the call to go in. It was nerve wracking, man, because like you just feel like the whole stadium like kind of vibrating, and the pressure is on. Like I want to try and make a play. And ended up having a pretty decent first game. Yeah, it was good.
You did good.
Yeah.
And you were a true freshman, right?
No, I was actually a redshirt freshman.
Still, redshirt freshman. Oh, okay.
So I was able to get decent playing time that first game, and it was a surreal feeling.
Yeah, got hooked after that.
Yeah, it's like one of those you just want some more, you know.
Yeah.
And then as the years went on, you know, more that thirst for that, you know, to make that play is on. And
yeah.
I remember going into my junior year. So speaking of games that was memorable for me, it was my junior year against USC.
Okay.
I think that was the game that it just broke loose, man.
Yeah.
So I remember leading up into fall camp and stuff, you know, I was fighting for a starting position. And then, you know, I wasn't able to get that position, but I was able to show my stuff when I went into that game. And that was probably one of my best games, I would say, against a team like USC, you know, like a big powerhouse team, and to be able to make the plays during that game and just make my family proud.
Yes.
I was super happy. I remember just coming out of the stadium all happy to see her and her family, to see my family.
Yeah.
It was a very proud moment for my family.
Yeah, definitely playing those bigger schools.
Yes.
Right? Aloha Stadium and stuff. Kind of on a side note, you know, with all the change in UH football now, I started, I think like a couple weeks ago, I was watching with some people like some of the old highlights, like from your era, from before that, from Timmy Chang's era.
Yeah.
And the one thing is that it was exciting football.
Yes.
Even if you didn't come out on top, it was still exciting.
Yes.
Like you could score, you could be competitive, right? You never know what would happen in the game because you guys always had that, you know, belief or strength to come back, right? So all of those things, it's super exciting. So like what you're saying, when you play USC's or, you know, any of these big time schools, the energy in Aloha Stadium is just a different type of energy, right?
Yeah. You know, we almost won that game too. We could have won. It was a huge defensive game for us.
Yeah.
But it was one of those games.
So putting you on the spot a little bit, do you remember that game that he was
talking about?
Totally.
I was going to say that was my favorite game. Was the USC.
She was texting me some stuff like, you know, just go out there and, you know, the same thing with the scriptures and just leaving it up to God and just go out there and have fun. And I still remember.
Yeah, that support that you guys have, I mean, that really helps to perform better, right?
Yep.